Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Olivia and this is my channel where I love to talk about all things nail polish. And today's video is one in my series that I call Did I Nail It?, where I look at upcoming nail polish releases and see if I can dupe some of them by using polishes that I already have in my collection. It's something that helps me to, I guess, kind of like slow down, pump the brakes before I go to my shopping cart. And it also helps me to get a greater appreciation for the polishes that I already own so that I don't have to always keep buying more and more new polishes. This video is focusing on the upcoming release for Little Box of Horrors, which, if you're unfamiliar with that, is one of the monthly indie nail polish collabs that tends to center around a certain theme, and the polishes and other items will be made available for that window of time. For this month in November, it's going to be open between November 22nd to the 30th. And this month's theme is heavy metal bands, which is why I'm wearing this shirt, but also I was cold, so I look like a lumberjack who's going to a rock concert, but you know what, it's a vibe. And yeah, I will say for myself, I'm not necessarily a fan of heavy metal, though I did see that there in the shop listings there was one that was based on Linkin Park. I'm a huge fan of them, one of the best concerts I've ever gone to. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to go through the polishes and learn about a little bit of this genre of music that I don't normally listen to myself, kind of getting a sense of what the maker's inspiration was and how that's being reflected in the polish. So as always, I've got, I believe, 5 different polishes queued up for today. And I do encourage y'all who are, if you find this kind of video helpful, pull out some polishes from your collection, pull out your swatch sticks and see what you can create or recreate as we go along. So yeah, let's get into it. Pew, 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 pew. Sorry, that was supposed to be like me doing a heavy metal strum, but it came across as more of a ukulele. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Let's get over to it. The first polish on my list for today is from What Addiction Polish, called Symphony of Destruction. It says that the inspiration is the band Megadeth, and it's described as having a deep teal base that's filled with blue/green flakes, micro green holographic glitter, and micro silver holographic tinsel. Okay, so I love teal. It's one of my favorite colors to wear, and especially I love a dark teal. So I'm starting here because what I'm asking myself is, do I really need to add yet another dark teal into my nail polish collection? Or can I start with one of the dark teals that I already have and do some other stuff to it to make it resemble this polish that has caught my eye? So I'm starting with Crack Polish Fight, which if you take a look at it here, it is just absolutely gorgeous. This angle in particular, if you look towards the bottom, you can see how there's like the shifts between green and blue that are present in here. What I've done is that I've started with, on each of these swatches, 2 coats each of Fight, because I want to do 3 different things with it here. So now that we've got Fight, I'm going to put that to the side. And now, so we've got our deep teal base covered, check. The next thing is saying that there's blue/green flakes. Now, I'm not sure if that's referring to like a single color of flake that's in this polished Symphony of Destruction that's like blue-green, but I don't have that, but I do have blue and I do have green, so that's what we're gonna do. For green, I've got one that makes quite a frequent appearance on this channel because it is such a fantastic topper. This is from Rogue Lacquer, called Emerald Isle, and it is just like green confetti in a bottle, and I love it. So my thinking is this. I'm gonna do my green topper here, my blue topper, which I'll introduce y'all to next, over here, and then the third one, you guessed it, it's gonna have both. Woo. Okay, but let's start with Emerald Owl, which, okay, yeah, if I remember with this one, last time I used it, it caught me by surprise when I remembered just how much polish came out on it. And by that I mean it is not a scattered type topper. It's, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so here we go. I'm also thinking this could be a nice way for me to like wear Fight on times when I want to make it shift more towards green, or if I want to make it shift more towards blue, because like I said, Fight does have both green and blue tones present in it, but I think it's interesting to see how maybe the presence of something else like a topper can help to shift it more in one way or the other depending on what I want to do. So yeah, I am like I said, I'm putting down Emerald Owl on this third one as well, because I'm going to then put the blue one on top of it. I think this works well, putting Emerald Owl down first and then the blue one, because I think that Emerald Owl is really like blending in very well to Fight, and in a way where it's like I can see that I've put a topper there, but I wouldn't want to put the blue one on first and then Emerald Owl cover it all up. So yeah, so let's move this one to the side. Next, for blue, I have a topper from Spectrum Cosmetics called On Thin Ice. And this one, you can see it's about halfway full because of just how much I've used it. This is a gorgeous topper. It is perfect for the upcoming winter season. Like, it goes super well over anything, but especially like, this goes really well with silver, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna put On Thin Ice on the middle one first. And you can see I got like one flake on there. Let me try this again. You can see as I'm putting this one on here that the texture of On Thin Ice is slightly different than what we've got from Emerald Owl, which I think can be a good thing when we're combining them. We'll see. Sometimes though, because of the size of these flakes, they don't always want to lay down exactly the way that I want them to, but that's where, if you have like a glitter smoother, that's something that can work really well for that. Okay, and now I'm going over and putting this on top of the third swatch, where we're gonna have like the blue and the green. Probably should put some thinner in here for the next time I use On Thin Ice, but I think for now it should be fine. And just getting, this doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just really asking myself if I'm trying to dupe Symphony of Destruction, do I need a blue topper, a green, or both? I need to put just a little bit more in there. There's like a bald spot down there. Okay. Yeah, this needs thinner. It's been a while since I've used this one. Okay, so we've got our teal base, we've got our flakes. Now the next thing it says that's in here is micro green holographic glitter. Now I think I've mentioned on my channel before that I last year at the Polish and Beauty Expo, I attended the polish making workshop, had a fantastic time. Bought a bunch of polish making supplies, and because I'm someone who loves toppers, I have started using what I've learned from polish making to make my own toppers. Like if I want like a purple glitter topper, like that's just like straight up purple glitter, like most indie makers don't have that, so I just made it myself. I think I do have a green holographic glitter topper that I made because I like green and I like glitter, but the reason I'm not including that in this test is that I want this video to be helpful and relevant to all of you who are watching who most likely do not have a bespoke green holographic glitter topper. So I might try to add it in later on separately, but for now, I think especially because it says micro, glitter is always fun, but I feel like it might just get swallowed up in here anyway. So I'm okay with this test not including the okay, let's try it again. Micro green holographic glitter. If any of y'all are laughing at me, y'all try to say that like a few times fast. It is hard. Okay, so we're just gonna go on to the next part here, which is micro silver holographic tinsel. And size is all relative, right? So I don't know like how micro is going to be micro, but what I've got here for holographic tinsel is Jen & Barry's Magic Show, which is another polish that has made many an appearance on this channel. It's like a holographic flake topper, and it just is lovely. So what I'm gonna do now that all these have kind of dried, this one over here is just looking real chunky. I need to put thinner in that one, on thin ice, but it's gonna be okay. All right. Okay, so y'all may be looking at this and comparing it to the reference photo and thinking, Olivia, it's not getting there. You're just putting a bunch of silver on here, but we're not done yet. There's going to be more that I'm doing. I'm just adding this in, getting a little bit of extra sparkle. Okay, yeah, this one has like sometimes what I do when I'm working with flakes, if I see there's like a stubborn flake that is just like sticking up, like that, I don't know if I can get that in focus, but I just grabbed this little blue flake there that was sticking up very stubbornly, and I'm just gonna smush that over there. So yeah, now we're gonna have a little bit of an easier time working with this, even though there is a little spot there. Okay, so while this is drying, I'm gonna talk about the last piece of this puzzle that I'm going to add in. Now, as I'm looking at the reference photo, I see that it looks like a nice encapsulated jelly-like finish, and that is where I'm bringing in a green jelly topper. Well, it's not a topper, it's like a green jelly polish that I'm going to be using as a topper. And what I'm going to be looking for is to see, once I put this green jelly polish over top of all of these, number one, will I get the overall color that I'm looking for? And two, will I still be able to see the sparkle that's being reflected in all of the pieces that I put in underneath? So I'm also curious to see if a green jelly is what I need to put on top of this to make it look like Symphony of Destruction. I do have a black jelly polish on standby. So let's see. We're gonna start with the first swatch first. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this is Emily Damali Sheer Tint. I already took the cap off. That's not good. Emily Damali Sheer Tint Forest. Let's give this a go. Okay. You know what? I might actually do half and half on this one as like an initial test, because yeah, like I do like that green here, but it's reading more like emerald green than the dark green teal that I was looking for. So, okay. Black jelly polish, that's on standby. Emily Damali Sheer Tint Shadow. I'm gonna put this on the second half of this right here. It's like, I feel like I'm so close to this, but it's just that green from Sheer Tint Forest is not it. Okay, yeah, that is it. And actually, I'm just gonna layer this a little bit on top of the green. Okay, what I was trying to do, I was trying to do a couple things at once. I was trying to see, first, do I prefer the green jelly or the black jelly? And then I decided to put the black jelly on top of the green jelly and see what we got there. I think that I'm probably going to just stick with the black. I need to make a decision here. You know what? I'm doing both. I'm gonna go here with the green jelly first. It's just like a very sheer wash, just to give it a little bit more, like restoring some of that oomph to it. And as I'm doing this, I will say I am getting to the point where I'm having to ask myself, like, especially for this one on the right that is just building up in a very thick way, at this point, like, even if I can replicate Symphony of Destruction, how likely is it that I'm going to want to build up this many coats of nail polish on a single nail and repeat that over and over? So I don't know. I mean, I think that I like where I am so far here, and I'm just going to very briefly go through and just put a little bit of the black on as well, just to kind of blend that in. I was hoping this first one would be more of a win, but I think it's this is a tricky one. As I'm putting this last piece of the black jelly on, oh yeah, that last one is just very, very chunky. So to answer the question of did I nail it, I think yes, with an asterisk. I would say in my case, I think that the best result that I got here came from the one on the left where I used Emerald Owl, mainly because of the shape of those flakes and how, like, you know, how much thinner they are, and therefore how much easier they are to lay down flat when I need them to, because then I'm putting more stuff on top of it. So my tip here for y'all who are following along and trying to dupe out not just Symphony of Destruction but other polishes with a similar makeup is, if you know that you're going to need to build things up like this, try to use a flake topper like Rogue Lacquer's Emerald Owl that will allow you to have more of that flexibility here. I think that, you know, it's okay. It's not my best, but you know, it was a good try. And yeah, let's go on to the next one. Up next is Dust from Prism Polished UK. The inspiration for this one is the maker's favorite band, Tremonti, and the polish is described as having the deepest blood red base filled with red, orange, shifting magnetic pigment with marching flakies. It says marching. I'm not sure if that's a typo and it meant to say matching, but I'm just gonna imagine that they're marching in. It says that it's inspired by the cover art of their favorite album, Dust. Now, I've said this before in other Did I Nail It videos, but I'm gonna say it again because it bears repeating. This polish has a very low cap of 40 polishes. Cap meaning the maximum number of polishes that the maker will have available for sale when the little box of horror shop opens. Also, the bottle size for Dust is 11 milliliters, which is on the smaller side. So it could be the case that in order to get more polish out of this one, if people really like it, some people might choose to buy multiple copies of this and therefore reduce the number that's available. So that's another reason why I wanted to make sure to see if I could dupe this one. But first reason being, y'all know I love red. I love dark red. I mean, look at my nails today. And actually what I've got going on with my nails today is very similar to where this polish is going, except I don't have any magnetics on today. But where we're starting for these two options here, for the base, I started with one of my favorite red polishes. This is Hollow Taco's Devil's Advocate, which is a super dark oxblood red curly polish. My fill line is somewhere between like the 12 milliliters and the Taco. Like, it is that low because of how much I use this one. So for each of these swatches, I've started with 2 coats of Devil's Advocate. And then on top of that, I've put another frequent polish that's been on this channel, Spectrum Cosmetics, let's focus, Slay. And this one is a red flake topper. And it's what I'm wearing on like this nail right here. I've got like, I put that over black, but it's, I love it. So, so far, these two are exactly the same. 2 coats of Devil's Advocate, 1 coat of Slay. Now, as I was looking at the reference photos of Dust, I know it said that it has a red-orange shifting magnetic pigment, and I think that's true. I mean, in some of the photos that are on the website, the magnetic pigment looks like it's leaning red. In others, it looks like it's leaning orange. So it's probably going to be the case that this is a polish that once you have it in front of you, you will see it goes either way. Now, I've pulled out from my collection 2 polishes that I'm going to test here. And I want to talk you through these and explain what I know of these, like how they act and what I'm going to be testing for. On the left, we have ILMP's Poison. This is a polish that, so both of these are magnetic. Poison is one that, even though ILMP, I believe they describe it as like red, some kind of red, this to me leans orange. And it leans orange, but what I do really like about it is that it has a little bit of sheerness to it that makes it really great to use for times like this when you are wanting to do some layering, like when you've got some flakes that you've already put down and you want to be able to see both the flakes and the magnetic line. So I think that Poison could be a good one for us to try for this. On the right, I've got Emily DeMolly's Fiery Attraction. This one, in my opinion, leans more to be of a true red. And also, in my experience, this one does not work as well as Poison does when it comes to the question of the type of opacity that you want to be able to see flakes underneath. So it's kind of like the trade-off here, right? Where do you want orange or red? Do you want more sheer or more opaque? Let's test them both out and see. I'm going to start with Poison. Let me pull my magnet over here. Okay. So we're gonna do Poison on the left. As I'm putting this on here, you can probably already see what I'm talking about, where like it's covering the polish that we have underneath it, but like you can still see that there's flakes and stuff under there. Okay, I think that's good. Just gonna give this a moment to magnetize. I know that y'all cannot see under the magnet just yet, but I'm hoping that once I pull this away, it's going to show me exactly what I'm hoping for here. Ooh, yes. Okay. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. It is orange, and it's orange, and it allows us to see the flakes underneath, like what I'm seeing in the reference photos of Dust. So far, that's good. I mean, and I think, like I mentioned before, it's really all going to depend on, do you prefer an orange shift or do you prefer a red shift? Now, if you prefer orange, then Poison and you know, this combination on the left is going to be excellent for you. But if you're like me and prefer a more true red, let's see if I know Emily Damali's Fiery Attraction is going to give us a true red magnetic line, but I'm not as sure if it's going to allow the presence of the flakes to come through. So you can already see what I mean, the difference there in between, just from that initial swipe on there, just how much more opaque this is compared to Poison. And, you know, I will say, I think that depending on your needs for each polish, there are times when you might be like, you know what, I want something that is more opaque, or I want something that is more sheer. And that's okay. I think it's just, it's very important to have an understanding of how your polishes behave so that you know which ones to use in when. Okay. And here is on the right, the result of Fiery Attraction. Okay, this is really interesting. So I'm glad that with Fiery Attraction on the right, I can see the flakes underneath. They're just more like, it's like, it looks like it has a dustier window in front of it. Like, here's what I'm trying to say. Imagine you're like in your house, you're looking outside, you're trying to see the fall leaves. If you had a completely open window, like literally the window was pulled up and open, what you would have is on the left with Poison and that level of sheerness. But then if you're looking out your window, it's a little bit dusty, but you can still see the leaves out there. That is more of what I'm seeing with Fiery Attraction here. So but like I said, it does lean more towards being a true red. So did I nail it between the two of these? I think maybe yes. I would probably almost go for the Poison option personally. And you know, I was very tempted to want to buy this polished dust when I first saw some of the photos of it, but very important to click through all the photos, because some of the initial ones that I saw were making it seem that it was always a true red, but then when I saw other photos that made it appear that it can sometimes lean orange, I'm like, I don't know. So because that is a big what if for me, and also because it's only an 11 milliliter bottle, I think I'm going to pass on getting it myself. But it's good to know that I do have some pretty good dupe options here. So let's go on and see what's up next. Next is Night Owl Lacquer. You don't need anyone's permission to be you. It says that the maker was inspired by the book Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas, and the polish is described as being a dark, murky teal chrysler filled with multi-chrome flakes that shift purple, red, copper, and gold. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, I love teal. And so that's part of why I chose this one. And so I'm starting with two of the same here. Let me explain what we've got so far. The base is a cream. Oh, the things I could say about this polish. It is just so beautiful. This is crack polish, teal, dark, and handsome. Not only is the color of this outstanding, but the formula is like butter. It is nearly a one coater, I would say. I always do like 1.5 just to be very thorough, but yeah. So each of these started with crack polish, teal, dark, and handsome, and then on top of that, to address the part of the polish description that says you've got some multi-chrome flakes that shift purple, red, copper, gold. I've got KB Shimmer, Yes Weekend. I will say this one has more of like blue in here than the purple, red, copper, gold, and I wonder if maybe I'm just seeing that more in the photos because of the teal crelly part in the Night Owl Lacquer one. But in any case, this is what I put down on top of Teal Dark and Handsome, and that is where we're starting here. Now I'm going to add on top of one of these Emily Damali Sheer Tint Shadow, which is a black jelly, because here's my thinking of this, right? It says that the Night Owl Lacquer polish is a crelly, which is like a mix between a cream and a jelly. Teal Dark and Handsome is a creme polish, and Emily Damali Sheer Tint Shadow is a jelly. So see what I'm saying? It could be a crelly. I'm curious to see if putting this on top of what I've got so far is going to be enough to get me there. I mean, I think it might be, but let's see. Okay, it's kind of okay. And also with jelly polishes, one of the things I like and really love about them is that because they are intentionally sheer, you can build them up as much or as little as you want to. So I'm just putting a little bit more on there. Okay. So I wanted to put enough on there to like make it seem darker, but not so much to where I'm covering up the flakes. So far, I think this looks pretty good, but y'all may be wondering, why do I have a second one over there? And this is where we have reached the okay, hear me out segment of this video. So in the description, it says dark but murky teal. Murky. This so far is dark. I don't know if we've gone all the way murky yet. So I'm bringing in crack polish, liquid smoke. This polish has made many an appearance on this channel, and whenever I am feeling like I need to be a swamp witch, living my best life, liquid smoke is the one that I pull out. So what I'm hoping will happen is that when I put liquid smoke on top of what we've got here on the second swatch, that it's going to give me not just dark, but also murky, but not, again, cover up too much of the flakes or the teal, because we still do want this to be noticeable as teal. Let's see. Y'all, I think I went too far into the swamp. Yep. Oh, too much. Oh, okay. Yeah, this. I'm like capping the edge over there, like that's gonna make a difference. Okay, so like, that was not the right choice. It was a choice, but thank you for trying. I think it goes without saying that did I nail it? On the right? No. On the left? I think yeah. This is very, very close to what I'm seeing in the reference photos. As I'm like angling it from side to side, I really do love how you're getting these hints of just like the colors that are popping from the flakes underneath and still seeing the teal that's there. So lesson learned. I had to try out the liquid smoke. I just had to. We're still going to see how this looks in the other lighting anyway, because it's on the swatch wheel, so it's going to have its moment in the spotlight. So let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. The next polish comes from Victorian Varnish. It's called Prince of Darkness. The inspiration is the cover of an Ozzy Osbourne tribute album, and the polish is described as having a black jelly base, intense purple to red aurora shimmer, and silver reflective glitter. And so yeah, this is another very interesting one because, you know, with some of these polishes that have like different shimmer and color shift, I appreciate that the makers and the swatchers are doing this. They're including photos that show just how shifty the colors in these polishes can be, and that you know, you look at one photo and you think, oh, okay, yeah, this polish is going to be that shade of purple. I love that shade of purple. Let me add it to my wish list. Then you keep swiping through and you're like, wait, it's a different one. What? Huh? So in order to like reflect that, as it were, and also because purple is one of my favorite colors, and I have a ton of purple polishes in my collection. I think either purple or red. No, actually, yeah, purple is probably the color that I have the most polishes for. I went into my collection and pulled out 2 polishes that I feel align with the shades of purple that are being reflected in the product listing photos. First is this one from Crack Polish called Mysteriously Me. It is more of a, I guess I would call this like a royal purple. As I was, you know, as I put out these first 2 swatches here just before hitting record again, I was trying to think of like, how would I describe this shade of purple? And honestly, y'all, the first thing that came to my mind, I was like, oh, that's like a Prince, the singer, shade of purple, like Purple Rain purple. If that helps any of you, that is what I would describe Mysteriously Me as. And then the second one comes from Lurid Lacquer. This one is called Vixen. And I would describe this one as being more of a magenta type purple. And in certain angles, you can see how it has almost like an orange brown undertone to it. So if I just put these 2 side by side a little bit closer, you can hopefully clearly see why I chose these 2 polishes to use for this test. Now, what I've prepared out here on the left, I've started with 2 coats of Mysteriously Me, and on the right, I've started with 3 coats of Vixen. That's because their formulas are slightly different. Vixen required 3 coats to get up to full opacity, whereas Mysteriously Me only needed 2. Okay, so we're starting with our purple here. I know the polish description says it's a black jelly base, but I just feel like this is one of those times where instead of me always going to use the like literal components, I'm trying to do my dupe based more on what I'm seeing in the pictures. So the next part that I want to factor in is where it says like, it says intense purple to red aurora shimmer, and I am in fact seeing a lot of purple shimmer in the photos. So I've pulled out Fancy Gloss Hypnotism. Ooh. Sorry, you're getting sleepy. Okay, this is a gorgeous topper that you can use for times when like it goes well over anything that you're just like, I want this polish, but like make it more purple. It's just it's so beautiful. Now what I'm wondering if what's going to happen here is when I put Hypnotism over each of these, will I still be able to tell these 2 apart? Because like right now you can see with the base color, they are clearly 2 different types of purple. I'm hoping that will still be evident after I put Hypnotism on them. What I don't want to have happen is that I put Hypnotism on both of these and then Hypnotism takes over so strongly to the point where they look exactly the same. Well, let's find out. I sounded so confident right there. Woo! Here we go. Okay, this is good. This is looking good. Okay. This is great. I can, well, I mean, I've only done this on one so far, but I can still tell that this is the darker purple, the Mysteriously Me. Okay, so let's try it now over Vixen. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm saying this like y'all have any idea of what I'm thinking. Okay, what I'm noticing here is, when I put Hypnotism over Mysteriously Me on the left, that Hypnotism in some way seemed to like latch on to the darkness that's in Mysteriously Me. And I think it's, you know, the irony that I'm trying to dupe a polish called Prince of Darkness, but you know, but it seemed to like really cling on to that darkness and like take advantage of that darkness and make the glow happen that way. Whereas the glow that I'm seeing on the right in Vixen, whereas, you know, before I put Hypnotism on top of this, Vixen did look like it had some dark depth to it, but now that I've put Hypnotism on top of it, it's almost given it a more, I mean, it's not pale, but the color is not as deep or dark as I thought it would be, and as much as I'm seeing in Mysteriously Me. Now, I think also what's happening is that even though with where we started, Mysteriously Me compared to these two color shifts that I'm seeing in Prince of Darkness, it definitely had the like Prince purple. I'm just going to keep calling it that, by the way. It had the Prince purple aspect to it, but before, when we started, it didn't really have the magenta side to it. But now that we've added on Hypnotism, I am starting to see some hints of magenta. Nowhere near as strong as what's in Vixen on its own, but enough to where I'm like, okay, Mysteriously Me, you got some like, go off. You got some a little bit of a different attitude to you now. Okay, so let me close up Hypnotism, and we're gonna move on to the last part, that is Silver Reflective Glitter. And what I've got here is KB Shimmers Out of Sequence. And I mean, it's a silver reflective glitter topper. Now, because I am thinking that the Mysteriously Me one is going to be our winner, I'm going to start with Vixen first. Vixen, not that I don't believe in you, but like, I mean, you're cute, but you're for a different day. So let's see how this looks. That's not bad. I mean, it's not bad. It's not Prince of Darkness though. It's like yeah, it's okay. So now let's go back over to the Prince purple, and I'm realizing, yeah, Prince, the singer, Prince of Darkness. Okay, I'm just kind of talking myself in circles right now, but that's okay. Yup. Okay. Yeah, I definitely think that's the winner there. Wow. Okay. Oh, I love it when I get a good result. So, did I nail it? Yes. What I did here, to recap, I started with 2 coats of a dark, what I would call like a true royal purple. Is going to be like a good starting point here, because I think that if you then go in with like a purple shimmer topper like Fancy Gloss's Hypnotism, you're able to still get the shades of purple that are present in the base color that you started with here, in addition to the magenta that comes out from the topper. Whereas if you start with a purple that is already on the magenta side, and then you put the purple shimmer topper on top of it, you're just kind of going more into the, I don't know why I'm having them like travel away. You're just going more into the magenta side, and that shimmer topper is not doing anything to ground you and give you the darker purple depth that you need over here. So yeah, I think this is going to look even better when I put some top coat over it. I can't wait to see how this looks in some better lighting. But yeah, I feel very confident in how I was able to replicate this here. And yeah, let's we got one more polish to go. final polish for this video is Rain Dance Lacquer Schizm, which was inspired by Tulle, and it's described as having a sheer black jelly base that's packed with red to gold aurora shimmer and holographic flakes. And this one has a cap of 50. That's a big part of why I chose it for this video. I know that this kind of polish, while not being one that it is my usual comfort zone, I know that it's the type of polish that does get a lot of attention in the Little Box of Horrors Facebook groups as people are seeing the photos, and I want to make sure that those of you who want to get this polish have a way of making it happen for yourself if it does happen to sell out. So I've started with 2 swatches here, both beginning with 2 coats of Lumen's Vortex. Now, and this is the one that I'm using in this case, but I will say this type of polish is a very common one that if you've been collecting indie nail polish for any amount of time, it's very likely that you will have something similar to this in your collection, like some kind of yellow to gray shimmer polish is going to be what I'd recommend starting with. So we've got that. I also, for the part where it says holographic flakes, I've brought back Jen and Barry's Magic Show. And okay, this is where I really don't know how this is going to go, but we're here to test this out. I noticed that in the description it said this polish is packed with red to gold aurora shimmer. Now I know I mentioned for some of the other polishes that I've tried to dupe in this video that there were times when I would go through the photos on the Little Box of Horrors website, and the colors would, like, one photo would show one type of color shift, the next photo would show a different kind of color shift, and so you're getting exposure to all the different shifts that might be possible within that polish. But for this one, at least in the reference photos that I'm seeing right now, I'm not seeing as much of the red part that is mentioned in the description, but I still want to try it out. So on top of one of these, I'm going to put Fancy Gloss Let It Glow Red Pink. Okay, so what do I want to happen and what do I think is going to happen? What I want to happen is that adding this on top of one of these swatches will give me just a very subtle pop of red. That's what I want. What do I think is going to happen? I think that this red might end up taking over the yellow completely. Now, worst case scenario is that, red plus yellow equals orange, and I'd be cool with getting orange, but because the photos do lean more gold, I don't want this to end up removing or hiding that, but let's see what I mean. Okay. Oh, okay, that was being really dramatic. That wasn't as bad as I was thinking it would be. Okay. Wait, do I even see it? You see how quickly I went from being like, no red, don't appear red, don't do it, to now I'm like, red shimmer? Is the red shimmer in the room with us right now? I'm not seeing it, but I'm just going to believe that it's there. And part of why I always love to show these swatch results in different lighting is that, sometimes it really is the case that you just don't see it until you go in different lighting and you're like, oh, now I see it. So that might be the case. Okay, that's gonna dry for a second. Now I'm gonna go and put on the holographic flakes. Again, this was Jen and Barry's Magic Show. This is a topper that I highly recommend for its versatility. See, it's a great topper to use for times when you want like Not too much like in your face sparkle like you would do from hollow glitter, but with holographic flakes, I think it's an excellent choice to have for times when you're wanting to add some more visual texture. Okay, I'm still like looking over here to see like, is there a difference with the one on the right? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Now I'm gonna put Magic Show on top of this. I mean, either way, I'm very happy with how both of these are building up so far. They're both looking like they're on track to be close to what's going on in Schizm. And okay, so while this is drying for a bit, I want to explain what I've planned for the final part here. So you may recall that the description said that it's a sheer black jelly base, and I decided to start with Vortex because I wanted to just kind of build that one up on its own. And my thinking is that I want to bring back in the sheer black jelly aspect of this at the end of layering rather than at the beginning. So I've brought back out Emily DeMolly's Sheer Tint Shadow. Again, what do I think is going to happen and what do I want to happen? I think that this might actually work. I have faith in this. Like I think that this is not going to overtake this to the point where I'm no longer able to see like that very visible gold shimmer that's there, but because what's missing is that aspect of like the black jelly. So I'm hoping that these two components will play along well and both be present here. And also the holographic flakes. Maybe I should have put those on top. Okay. Yeah, that's I think that, yeah, this is I don't think I've mentioned this yet in this video, but something that I do like to bring up because when it's relevant is that with these dupe attempts, what I've come to learn is that it's not just a matter of which polishes you choose to layer, but the order in which you layer them can be very important. Because what's happening here is that I added on the black jelly polish, and now I really cannot see evidence of those holographic flakes whatsoever. So let me show you again what I mean here. Like I can see them on the right now, like when I go from left to right, but now when I put this on top, it just like swallows them up, which I guess is part of like I said, the holographic flakes are more subtle than holographic glitter. And so because they are more subtle by nature, I think that's why if you then cover them up, even with just a simple jelly polish, you are like the little bit of sparkle you were getting from them, you're not getting anymore. But okay, let's kind of check in with where we are right now, because I don't think that this is bad. So can I still see the golden shimmer? Yes. Can I now see the like black jelly base? Definitely. So I'm glad that I waited until this point in the process to add in the black jelly base, because this is where I want to see that. But now what I'm going to do to test things out one last time, I want to see how this will look if I then go back in with one final coat of Jen & Barry's Magic Show again. If this works, I would say it probably could be the case that you don't have to put on multiple layers of Magic Show like I did. I mean, I'm just putting it on again right now because it turns out that my experiment kind of got to a point where I need to keep testing, but let's see. Okay, starting on the left. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I did it. That looks exactly like it. What? Oh, okay, I'm doing the other one too. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks exactly like Schizm. I did it. Okay, let's just talk for a second. How is it that, like, when it comes to what I think are some of the, like, I started here thinking that this would be like my easy one, and then I ended up with lumps. But and then I do something like this, that not only is it the case that this I think is way more complex to try to figure out how to layer, but also this is like a type of color family that I just do not often wear and work with, so I'm less experienced in the nuances of working with like a gold shimmer, but I think I nailed it. That is stunning. Okay, so to recap, I mean, I don't think that you need to add in the extra red glow topper that I did, because at least in this lighting I'm not really seeing that it's adding in much. So what I did, I started with 2 coats of Lumen's Vortex. Then what did I do after that? Then after that, I think that's when I put in the holographic flakes, but the way I would recommend doing it would be start with 2 coats of your like gold, yellow, gray shimmer polish, then go straight into putting on 1 coat of a black jelly polish, and then finish it off with 1 coat of a holographic flake topper like Jen and Barry's Magic Show. And there you go. So yeah, in case this polish happens to sell out, or if it was on your wish list and you're like, hey, I can make it from pieces I've already got, so I can put something else on my wish list, there you go. I'm so proud of myself. And so those were the 5 polishes that I decided to dupe for this month's little box of horrors. I'm very happy with how most of these turned out. And again, with the last one, the gold shimmer here, I'm still just so surprised that for me, as someone who like very rarely wears like lighter shimmer polishes, it seems like the polishes where I get outside of my comfort zone, those are increasingly starting to be the polishes that I've become really good at duping. So I hope that these insights are helpful for those of you who love wearing polishes like this. So yeah, please let me know if you are thinking of picking up anything from Little Box of Horrors this month. What's on your wish list? Are there any polishes that you're trying to dupe that I didn't cover here that you might need some help with? Let me know. I can see what suggestions I can give to you for that. And yeah, so thank you all so much as always for being here as part of this channel, for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.